Alright guys, have any of you ever heard this? Oh, looks like another battery's done, eh? Well, not according to GAZFPV, so I'll give him a shout out right now if this works or not. But he's told me I was going to chuck these batteries out. I was speaking to him about batteries, and he thinks there's a way to revive them. So I'll show you just now what I'm found, and I'm checking through the voltages of the cells. Then we'll go through the process and seeing if this works or not, Gaz's little trick. So I'll just put the charger to the meter there, we'll hit enter. So 3 of the cells are right for this 4S battery, they're up at good voltage, and the 3rd cell is low. So because it's low, it's under what this charger can do to charge it. So what he's suggesting, I'll just take this off, I'll just cut the camera to show you is, right, what Gaz is suggesting, which is pretty genius and really simple when you think it down, but if it works, I'm going to give the guy all the credit in the world, because I was never going to think it, is obviously you've got your balance lead here. So if you can see it, it's just a 4-cell LiPo. So I'll get something to point. So you've got your red wire at the front, so keep that to the left hand side, so your positive's always in front of your negative. So in here, your first cell is 1, 2, then your second cell is for the 2 to the 3, then your third cell's for the 3 to the 4, then your fourth cell's for the 4 to the 5, if that makes sense. So what you do is you pick your cell, which I know is the 3rd cell, which is, obviously we'll go, there's 1 cell, 2 cell, 3 cell. So it's this one and this one. So I'll put my positive and negative leads that I'll show you I've made up just now in there. Then we'll charge up nickel metal hydride just for a little while, just to bring the cell up to the sort of 3.94 volt mark. So I'll show you what I've made up just now, then we'll give this a go, and fingers crossed this battery will be saved. It's not actually even that old, I don't even understand how this has happened, but I've had it once or twice over my time in the hobby with batteries, and if this saves them, Gaz is getting all the praise. I'll be super happy, it'll save me a lot of money. At least for the short term anyway, until I buy new batteries. If I can use these, I'll be happy until I can get them replaced. Right, so here's a little link that I've got. This is super temporary, a bit cowboy, but if this works I'll make a proper setup for it. So I've got obviously my positive and negatives on a Dean's connector. I've got a Dean's Tex T90 adapter here, so I can plug this in, put it to the nickel metal hydride setting, and what I'll do is I'll get these 2 cables and I'll just push them in, obviously positive first, negative into that cell, then we'll charge this cell up individually, and we'll come back and then we'll see if the battery's revived. If all the cells are similar, we can put it back to a storage charge and charge it again, then the battery should hopefully be good. Because what I initially did try was I just tried to do it on nickel metal hydride only, and the other cell levels were going up really high. That one was still rising, but the other ones were rising as well, and I was getting a bit scared if I done it too long. Last thing I want is a lipo fire, because these things are no joke. So that's another thing with this video too. If you're trying this at home, I'm taking no responsibility if it goes wrong. It's just something I've been told and I'm willing to try in the safety of my workshop here. You can try it if you want, if not, fair enough, but I'm just putting out there this little trick that I've been told, but I'm taking no responsibility for anybody getting involved in this. Just cover myself that way before we go on. Right, so I'll get this connected and we'll see what happens. Right, so that's my charger on nickel metal hydride now. Obviously it's a LiPo. I've put it to 1 amp, a low setting, because I don't want to charge this up really fast, especially since these little connectors are temporary. I should really do this with little pins and get a sort of proper fixing in there. I'll just try and zoom in just now. Oh, it's too far. So we can get that to focus. Right, you can see the cables aren't touching each other. It's definitely the ropiest way you could do it that I'm doing it right now. But I'll give this a charge, I'll push the button, and if this works, Gaz, you're an absolute legend. Well, you're a legend anyway, mate, but for an English guy anyway. I know you like that one. Right, here we go. So, cell should be charging now. zoom this out. And what I'll just do is I'll check the other cells anyway, because I'm sure when I read it on the reading it said 2.9, but the other cells were up at 4, so over 4, sorry, so I think this is the right cell. But I'll give this a minute or so, make sure it goes up to about 4.1 or something. Once it comes off, I'll check the other cells, then we'll be back and we'll do a little test, see if the trick works. Then we'll just recap at the end how to do it. I'll try and do it a bit clearer explanation for you now that I've done it myself, because I'm doing this video live as I'm trying it the first time. So we'll just recap it at the very end. Right, that's me run it for a while. Discharged the battery after it a little bit, then recharged it again, just so none of the other cells were too high for what I'd previously done with the nickel metal hydride without the balance charger. So everything's here. We've got 3.99, 4.09, 4.09, 4.09. So what I'll do is we'll put the charger over to, let's see, Lipo, charge, there we go, now we're charging. So Gaz, absolute legend. Obviously I don't need to charge the battery. No warning signs now, battery's going good, so hopefully it'll last for a while, even if I get a few more runs before I replace it. Yeah, thanks a lot my man, and hope that helps anybody else out who's not sure what's going on. So I'll just go over it one more time quickly. You've got your battery, and you've got obviously your red, your live, so that's for the first cell. So you've got first cells, the first 2 pinholes, second cells, the second and the third cells, the third and the fourth, and fourth cells, the fourth and the fifth. So you pick whichever one you need to do, make yourself a little connector for your charger, so whatever you've got. Obviously I've got an XT90 mainly, so I've adapted that with a Dean's, but whatever you've got, so you've got your positive and negatives, and always put your positive in first and don't cross them over, because if you do you'll probably blow a cell or blow the battery. I would hate to think what would happen if you'd done that. But yeah, at least I'll get a few more runs out of this battery. Quite happy now, and I'm still going to order a couple anyway, just because there's obviously an issue somewhere, and even if there's not, you can never have too many batteries anyway. Hope that's helped somebody. Catch you guys later. Paul out. Bye.